तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ जयन्ती मङ्गलकाली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवदात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोऽस्तुते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Sairam Akka, please let us know a bit about yourself.
Okay, Sairam, I am Associate Professor Dr. Anasuya Jegathevi Jegathesan. I am a counselor and I am currently the Dean of Psychology and Social Sciences at the University of Cybarjaya. And I have worked with, grief and loss counseling, training counselors for many, many years. I mean, I learned a lot from being in the Balvikas, then being a Balvikas teacher. I've been a Balvikas teacher for 30 years now. Ever since I finished, I only took short breaks, but I've been a Balvikas teacher for a very long time. And yeah, so I'm just sharing some of my stories with all of you all now, Sarah.
Sairam Akka, Sairam,
Sarah,
welcome to Path to Inspire.
thank you.
So we would like to know your experience of summer showers with Swami.
All right,
Uh,
okay.
Please let me
Happy to share that. Huh?
let us know the year and how what was the experience. Go on, Akka, go on.
Okay, this was when I was 20, just going to university that time. Just how old is that? Huh? I'm old. Uh, 20 years ago,
Okay,
more than 20 years ago. So, like, I mean, when we go to university, we're 19, right?
okay, yeah.
So, you minus 19 minus 50, you figure it out, lah, okay? I'm very bad with years.
Yeah.
I know when I did it, but you're asking me what year I did it and all that. I'm kind of having a bit of trouble thinking of what exact year it was. But yeah, it was just before I started university, and it was a very I didn't go on the first one. I was not lucky enough to go on the first one because the first summer showers they had even a bigger experience with Anumutu and a few of the others that went on that one. And
Mm-hmm.
but each summer showers has got its has had its own challenges and its own beautiful thing lah. So
Mm-hmm.
we went there with a group of us. We went there and I mean, we weren't we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know, whether we'd be accepted because some people didn't like it because they thought it was only for for it has to be special invite and all that. And you go there and there's no prior invitation.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically try
Mm-hmm.
your luck, and if you're lucky you get it. You're not lucky, too bad lah. That type of thing. So what that meant is that it was quite challenging in itself to actually to actually see how to uh, go about the whole thing because people, I mean, we went there, we were hoping, we were praying, we went there, we did quite a bit of preparation. We all did, everybody did learning, reading the shitty stories, so we all did, and then we did a lot of other,
Mm-hmm.
small things, and to get everybody up to, ready to go for summer showers. Uh, it was an experience that, how to
Mm-hmm.
say, uh, it was hard because there was no invitation, so we are going like uninvited.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody knew whether Swami would invite us or not, even though he did like one year he invited, but it was all on Swami has to invite you all.
Mm-hmm.
So when we first came, we stayed in the glass houses. The glass house is outside, and it's not like we were not part of the team, that we were
Mm-hmm.
not part of the official student staff and all that, and
Mm-hmm.
we had to and you feel a bit like, you feel a little bit like, you're left out, and we're not sure what's going on, and nobody was sure what was going on. That was the thing. Everybody was
Mm-hmm.
not sure how it would be and what was going to happen and all that. So we did a lot of praying, and there was a lot of
Mm-hmm.
crying because sometimes Swami says Swami's timing is Swami's timing, lah. If you go there with a very strong expectation, he's going to pay attention, he's going to recognize you. Then the first 2 days he'll totally ignore you, nothing will happen. Then, although some people say, oh, he promised last year he promised we could come and all that. There's no such thing,
Yeah.
because Swami doesn't see timing the way we see it. He doesn't see it like it's not it's not linear for Swami. It's Swami's
Mm,
timing,
mhm,
and Swami's timing is very much Swami's timing. There's no two, three ways about it, lah.
mm,
So, we try. I mean, it was what it was very challenging and interesting
mhm,
to see how it all played out, and
mhm,
it all worked. And
mm.
it was not as easy as people think. Like, we didn't just go there and turn up and, oh, Swami was willing to. Nah, nothing like that.
Uh,
It
It
was
was
quite
a
a challenge to
it
do.
was a uncertainty, if I can put it.
Yeah, it was a bit of a penance in a way. Like, we all had to go through it to
Mm,
understand that, okay, it's not that easy.
mhm,
And I think it was, in that way, it was really good, because you tend to then understand that, nothing is certain. You're not
mm,
going to get exactly what you want, and you're not, and there's no promises that are made, but you try your
mm,
best, and you do whatever you need to do,
mm,
and it's not too bad.
mm,
So yeah, it was a very um, amazing experience. But
mhm,
the first part was challenging, and then
mhm,
after that, when Swami accepted, and then they moved us in, because once you get accepted into the summer showers, then you have to stay in Whitefield. You can't stay outside, because we were staying in the glass house originally, so
mhm,
you can't stay in the you can't
mm,
stay out of the glass house if you're accepted.
mhm,
So once you were accepted, then they moved us into the ashram, and
mm,
then the whole thing, the training and all started, like, you
mhm,
have time of the day, you have to do this prayer, you have to do that prayer, and
mhm.
you hope for the best. And Swami was so nice. He did call us for interview.
Uh,
And then we went into his house, because
mm,
where we stayed, I mean, this is the, like, you go and you line up outside Swami's house. It's not even that you are lining up,
mm,
for in any kind of formal way. You're
mhm,
lining up in front of Swami's house. That was, we're waiting, and then you can see Swami, like, there was one time actually he was like
mm.
combing his hair, and then he saw us, and then we
Oh,
waved, and then of course we got scolded, because I waved back. You're not supposed to wave, you're just supposed to put your hand together. But come on, lah, I mean, the girls there, they all are they're very disciplined. So the
organized.
party kids don't, they're very organized. We are the how to say, uh, you know, we were disorganized. I mean, we were told not to, lah. But seriously, Swami waves, can you not wave back? I mean, is there any possibility that you don't wave back? In all realities, I'm like, come on, Swami's waving, he waved first. Then no, but we still got scolding, because you're not supposed to wave.
Yeah.
So you're like,
Yeah.
okay, but it was fun, and you learn a lot, and yeah,
Mm.
you learn a heck of a lot.
Was this
And
the was this the old bungalow before the Lotus house was
no, this was a
inaugurated?
Lotus House.
Oh, this Lotus house.
No,
Okay, so it's after the old
this is
bungalow.
Lotus.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, it was in the Lotus House. It's very beautiful,
okay.
and so we went in, and we had the
It's
chance to
Trai.
go in, and
It's Trai
but
Brindavan.
girls are a bit further away. So in the morning you go for all these talks,
Mm-hmm,
all the different teachers, are
mm-hmm.
really, like, Swami's Hanuman came and talked. You know who that is, right?
Is I guess it's the elderly gentleman, right? Uh,
No,
I
no,
don't remember his
the
name.
one who does Swami's translation all the time.
Oh, okay. Uncle Anil Kumar, is it?
Anil Kumar, yeah, he came and talked to her. He was funny. He was really funny.
Okay.
And because we all girls, so
Uh,
he did a formal talk, and then he came and talked to us, like one. And it's not, Swami was a huge part of it, but it's not only that. When you go
mhm,
for the summer showers, it's the whole experience. It's the discipline.
Mm.
You go for, you do the mantras, you do all the prayers,
Mm.
then tie sari and you stay in the sari the whole day. And I mean, to be honest, not we were not very used to that at that
Uh,
point in time.
uh,
But then you tied sari, then you went for the talk, the early morning talks, which not always were done by Swami, those could be done by anybody. And
mm.
some of it, and then there's an optional talk that you can go for, and we of course went for that as well.
Mm.
And that was done. Auntie Saras made sure that we went for all of these things, and some of the talks
Mm.
were, really amazing. It's like, one of the most useful talk to me is when we did the one on Gayatri Mantra. That one I love. That one was done by the army captain, and he told the story about how
Mm.
he promised his mother never to drink alcohol, and then he was there stuck, in the Chinese army. They had all the Chinese army had
Mm.
basically
Mm.
the Chinese army had basically what
Captured?
uh no, they were up north, and the Chinese army were
Oh,
basically attacking India at that point in time.
okay, okay.
So what happened was that they had he as part of the
Mm.
of the
Mm.
as part of the army were told that they had to, how to say, they had to go up into the mountains, and they
Mm.
they were they were looking for the Chinese army up in the mountains.
Mm.
And what happened was that the Chinese army had poisoned the wells.
Okay. Oh,
They
that's
had
sad.
poisoned all the water sources and all that.
Mm.
So in order to make sure that people,
Mm.
did not have enough water, the foreign armies and all could not really attack them. But
Mm.
what happened was that so in order to save people from
Mm.
the poison, they were all told to drink alcohol.
Mm. Oh.
But he had told his mother that he will never drink alcohol, even though he went to the army, because
Mm.
he's a Brahmin, so he's
Mm.
not supposed to drink alcohol.
Mm.
So instead of drinking alcohol, he said the Gayatri mantra, and he drank water, and he drank the poison water. And this is
Mm.
not like simple poison and all that. This is like pretty serious poison. He
Mm.
took it, he drank it, and obviously he's there. Nothing happened to him. Nobody else even dared try, but he made a promise and he kept it. And so he was talking about how strong Gayatri Mantra is, and that you need to say it. And
Mm.
that was one of those things which I always found to be one of the most useful things. And
Can
then we
I
went up, then of course,
can I ask the name of the speaker? Is it Colonel Jogarao?
I know it's not, it starts with M, Colonel, a very long time ago. This is now we're
Okay,
talking
it's
about
okay, it's okay.
20 years ago. I just remember he was Colonel or General. It's
General
one of the
Mahadevan,
generals.
is it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
that's him. Okay. Um,
just
yeah,
I'm
I
just
may be a bit
asking,
wrong.
for the viewers to know better. So go on, Akka, go on.
Yeah. So the thing about the summer course, which I think a lot of people, I mean, they all think it's all about Swami. Yeah, it is, but it's not about Swami. It's about you. It's about what you learn, what you take in, what you choose
Hmm.
to, what you choose to learn, what you choose to pay attention to. And
Hmm.
yeah, for some people, it is 100% all about Swami, but for me, it was also the small talks and all that. Then, of course, you had Swami. Now, Swami, when we went for the course, like outside, before we got in, he was a bit, I mean, I'm sorry to say lah, but it's true. He was a bit nasty lah, because, he ignored us, and, but that is part of the whole training process, I suppose, where he
Hmm.
didn't really pay attention, and you're like, you're struggling to figure out what we did wrong, or what am I doing, what did we do wrong, what can we do better, so that Swami will pay attention to us. And then we realized that
Hmm. Hmm.
okay, what we need to do is just keep on doing and praying and hoping. And then he promised he'll let us in one day. Then that day nothing happened because he didn't give anybody any instructions, and that was a really bad day. All of us were crying, everybody was crying, everybody was upset. But then you learn that, yeah, that's part of the story, that's part of the learning, that's part of the whole, that's part of the journey, that you can't always, that even though Swami has said it, even
Hmm.
though God has said it, there's a process.
Mm. I guess
you
it's
know, and
just
that,
I guess it's just that it's not enough sadhana. We have to do more sadhana. That's what Swami expects.
yeah,
I believe that's what Bhagavan believe.
I think that just about sums it up, because our expectations, even when we have expectations and
Mm.
there is rules, we may not see those rules,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
oh, Baba promised that we can go in today, and he didn't keep his promise. No,
Mm.
we see it as today, but
Mm.
that's not exactly what happened. Baba promised that he'll do it in his own time, not in our time,
So
you
yes,
know.
so Akka, I'm from Segamat Center, Segamat Johor
uh,
Center. So one of the aunties here, her name is Auntie Chandrikala. She has been to see Swami. So in Swami's I think so the interview, Swami said I will see you tomorrow. But the auntie told me, you see, when Swami say she gave me a lesson right there. She said, you see, if Swami say I will see you tomorrow, it's in his perspective. You will never know which tomorrow is which tomorrow
Correct,
is trying to tell. So you have to keep on doing your sadhana. That's what she emphasized. Lah. Go on, Akka, go on.
correct. So you that expectation of what Swami means, that's something that I think is very arrogant of us when we say, oh, I know Swami is going to do this. No, you don't know. You hope, you pray, but you don't know. And at the end of the day, we just keep praying and you keep hoping. And
Mm,
as much as yesterday you hope, today also you hope. And then if Swami decides that it's the time, then it will. And that's life. It's actually like it's a minor example of what happens in real life, because in real life,
mm,
as much as you want things to happen,
mm,
it doesn't always happen the way we want it to happen. It
mm,
happens in his time, and it happens in God's time, not our own
mm,
time.
mm.
And we
So,
have to find a ways to deal with that. Okay, so then when so that part he was not so nice then, but when we went in and
mm,
we mixed with the American girls. So the American girls and us, we were the two groups that were there.
mm,
And he said, he asked us to sing. And then we had two interviews with him specially, just the
mm,
girls, and it was amazing. It was so nice.
mm,
I mean, that one is when that's when you really feel, the word feel the love lah. It's like you
mm,
feel, he the timing that he gives,
mm,
the care that was given is pretty out of this world lah. There's no other way to express it.
mm,
um
mm,
he kind of gave everybody something in different ways.
mm,
Not not like, not in terms of, um how to say, I mean, it's not to inflate the ego, it's not to make things but it's answers to certain questions. Sometimes you didn't even know you had those questions.
mm,
You didn't even know that that's actually what you needed to hear. And then
mm,
he'll come and tell, and he'll come and help us understand. Very patient, extraordinarily patient,
mm,
extraordinarily caring about, helping
mm,
us understand, and, being patient about all the nonsense that we did. But he was so funny.
mm,
He really had us laughing in tear. He will
mm,
talk about all kinds, just to give everybody a chance to talk to him. The
mm,
one of the funniest things he did was, one of the
mm,
American girls, when we were walking in, she had taken something that she tied her hair. It's called a scrunchie, right? So
mm,
she had used it to tie her hair. So
mm.
then when he came in, of course he knows what it is, but he looked at her and he asked, "What is that?" And so she went, "Scrunchy, Swami." And then he went, "Scrunchy, manji, crunchy, crunchy." He was like joking, and he was so funny, and it's like, you know, the funny, it's like, you can't imagine how fun you can't imagine how fun and how funny he can be, genuinely.
Mm,
He's really funny. He could be
mm,
really loving. And then he will say that one thing, and what I found a little bit strange, and um okay, this is what I think, because I kept hearing slightly different messages than what some of the others heard. So I
mm,
thought I heard something, and they will say, no, he said something else. So
mm,
I personally think that he would give messages according to your need, not
mm,
according to what we think is the message that he's given. But I
mm,
do think that he actually was like tailoring what we said and talking to us in a way that,
mm,
we hear more than that. And
mm,
he was so loving, he was so funny, he was, I mean, basically amazing. What else to say, he
mm,
was really, I mean, don't even know how to express properly in words how
mm,
fun that was. It was a really amazing experience.
mm,
I think that's the closest I can to expressing it. And
mm,
he was very, very, I mean, ultimately, I think anybody who was, all of us who were there, the one word that
mm,
everybody would use to describe it was loving.
mm,
Extraordinary loving, extraordinarily caring, just
mm,
extraordinary. That's the level of what we experience in the summer course.
mm,
And you I mean, we actually had like some of the Balvikas teachers who were not part, because
mm,
only Auntie Saras was
mm,
the main one there, and a couple of people. But at the same time, we had other gurus there, Uncle Sashi and all that. They had come
mm,
on their own. They were not part of the group. And
mm,
then, then they were joking, and they said, "Y'all are floating," And yeah, it was true. We were floating. We were really, and it was all
mm,
about love. I mean, there was nothing extraordinary, nothing like he gave messages, he talked, he explained things. Certain things until today I'll still remember, keep anger under, because you said anger is in your foot. What do you mean anger is in your foot, Swami? And because he said that during one of the talks, and Swami said, no, you need to keep anger in under your foot. You don't let it rise to your head. People, we can get angry, but where does that anger go? What is the outlet of the anger? The anger has to be under your foot, under your control, and not
mm,
you controlling your anger. So I mean, those
mm,
type of messages came, a lot. He'll just share, he will talk, he will,
mm,
give all these messages to all of us, and it was amazing.
mm. Wow.
you know yeah, so yeah, that's the that's Swami. He really did, he really gave us a very, very, very extraordinary experience. And this I mean, and a lot of love. I mean, every moment of the day, it was all about
Mm.
love and caring, and just that lah.
Sairam, and we have reached to the end of the talk. Thank you for listening. Om Asato ma Satkamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityor ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Tasmat Karunya Bhavena Rakcha Rakcha Sa Ishvara Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Sai Ishvara Arpanamastu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.